live stream of the day. I just have to find it on here. And then we will get started. Okay, first person here is Libra. What made Jeremiah open up to me about what he's roughly going through? Well, he may have felt like he just needed to get things off his chest. There was no real reason. Like, he didn't have any real reason. Like, there was no intention behind it. It was just, I don't know whether you guys were on the phone or if you were in person, but it seemed to fit into the conversation, and he felt it was something that he needed to get off his chest. Beautiful one, love. A disappointment around love moves into the past and a wish comes true. You may be making a decision to leave things behind that are no longer working for you, or things that you feel may be stagnant or not moving forward fast enough. And with that comes a lot of growth, change, and opportunity. You got a new beginning around love, and you got some good luck coming in. Could be with new energy. You're no longer holding yourself back. You've got some fresh energy coming in. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. A new journey's on the horizon, but you should have choices. You've got an Aquarius, a Sagittarius here as well. You may have choices, but it looks like I don't think you're going to put up with anything or anyone that's already disappointed you in the past. I think the energy is like moving forward to greener pastures. Martha, why did the Gemini and the Libra break up? Was there infidelity? And if yes, in which party? Okay. Was there infidelity involved? I don't believe that there was infidelity. There may have been a lot of mistrust, or these two people may not have trusted each other. They may have been accusing one another of cheating. I don't think anybody was. It looks like there was a lot of fighting that led to a huge terror moment. Somebody felt betrayed, or somebody continues to feel betrayed. It may be the Gemini that feels betrayed. But I don't think that either party was actually cheating. Maybe talking to somebody, maybe flirting, maybe had, I don't know, options around, but no, I don't think either one was cheating. Love always. What are Tio's next actions towards me? Well, he's not holding himself back so much as we move forward through September, but you may still be feeling negative around the situation, or you may feel like things are not moving forward fast enough, as if you have a long road ahead of you. Communication comes in, but it's kind of sporadic, and you may be getting annoyed. You may feel like it's just not moving forward fast enough for you. Love always, general. Got some choices coming in, especially around love. The world is at your feet. Cause for celebration comes in with a new romance. Things move forward towards greener pastures and you're feeling successful. Money comes in. A large sum of money may come in. If you're not with anyone right now, you got a Sagittarius that comes in. You've got another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries around. And an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So you've got options coming in around love. Bianca, send the questions with a blue heart. Martha, how did Gemini feel about seeing my question? A little bit pessimistic or negative around the situation and may have felt like put on the spot or backed into a corner. I don't know what you asked him, but like unprepared, not ready for it. Unprepared, backed into a corner, and maybe a little bit negative. Oh well, we'll get over it. Mario, next 14 days. Mario, over the next 14 days, you've got somebody from your past returns with the Six of Cups. You've got a water sign around, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, a Virgo around. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Be careful with that card if you don't want more children right now, because that could also be the birth or the conception of a child. Stepping into your own strength, focused on a business or career opportunity that could bring in extra money. Also looks like things are starting to move forward for you in the next 14 days. You're feeling prepared, laying down the law, setting up boundaries, and you're definitely not putting up with any bullshit. You've got a new venture on the horizon. You got money coming in, some decent money coming in over the next 2 weeks. Simran, Scorpio's current thoughts and feelings towards me. Okay, this person looks like they're either disappointed in something that happened between the two of you, or the love has run out, there's sharp energy around, and like they're pulling their energy away. I don't know what's happened between the two of you recently, but they may be annoyed and they may be looking for space. It also looks like, for whatever reason, they're not listening to their intuition. I don't know what their intuition is saying to them, but they're feeling a little bit disconnected from their intuition. They may be going through a rough moment, this person. Simran General for tomorrow. You may be making a decision to move forward in, take action towards a personal goal. It could be around finances. It also looks like you've got a lot of energy tomorrow to accomplish a lot. It's like stepping into your own ambition, getting a lot done, feeling very organized, no longer holding yourself back, and no longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world. Energy around you starts to lighten. There also may be opportunity for rest, relaxation, and self-care by the end of the day. Things change to the better for you quickly. Self-care helps you either to feel better, more relaxed, and more confident. Simran, spirit messages. Ten of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. The Seven of Fire, defend your beliefs and your decisions, stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. Seven of Water, A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Oh damn, I just lost my spot. Oh, that it said my question. Or it said my with the question mark. I thought that that's what you meant. How did the Gemini feel about seeing me? They still have negativity around the situation. I don't know what went on with you and the Gemini, but they feel negative or like, and they're at a standstill. They also may feel like there's not much room for growth or there's no new beginning on the horizon. And they may feel, I don't know, they feel a little awkward. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but they're feeling a little awkward about it. Baby girl, general reading for next week. Next week you have cause for celebration that comes in around romance moving forward. If you're with someone, great. Current relationship looks good. If you're not with anyone, you can meet a Sagittarius through divine timing. It also looks like you may feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief, and you may feel like life has come back into balance. Should be a pretty good week. The energy around you is nice. Rimmel, what is coming towards me? What is coming towards me? You got a new journey coming in and feeling like your perseverance has paid off. It may be a business or work opportunity. It looks like cause for celebration comes in when you feel like your career is moving forward or your job is moving forward. I don't know where you are in your life, but it doesn't matter. There's success coming in. Feeling like the world is at your feet. You got an air sign that comes in that may be of some kind of significance. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Sally, what's to come in my love life? I'm an Aries. Okay, you got a fire sign that shows up quickly. If you're not with anyone right now, fire sign comes in quickly like a bolt of lightning. It could be a Leo, but you also have an Aries here, but this also could be you with a Leo. Either way, you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. A wish comes true around love. Anxiety around love moves into the past. Next relationship you enter has long-term commitment potential. And you might have options. You could have a Virgo here too. So there's a Virgo, an Aries, and a Leo that show up pretty strong. I think that as we move through the fall, you're going to have happiness and love. It's going to be like things move forward, but like on solid ground. It's like more stable, or things stabilize this fall for you. Mountain, whatever comes up important to know for the next 2 weeks. Someone from your past returns. That's the first thing, 6 of Cups. Somebody from the past returns. It also looks like feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. Money has come in, or money is coming in. It looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Feeling like life has come back into balance. You may be taking things slow and steady wins the race in general, but you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Feeling like finally you got a new beginning on the horizon and life is starting to move forward. No longer feeling held back, no longer feeling burdened. You could have a water sign that may be of significance around you. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also may have choices. Happiness comes out. Something should happen in the next 2 weeks that makes you very happy. Feeling a little bit more financially stable. Communications picking up too. You know, you may go all of a sudden, like turn the corner and like all these disappointments and bullshit has moved into the past. And now things start to move forward. There may be a lot of energy around you. It may be like more than one thing that takes off, which is good. It's always good to have choices and options. I know sometimes it can be complicated, but so what? Better to be complicated than have nothing. or feel stuck or like you have no choice. Bianca, Thursday, Beatrice and I had a very good meeting, but I held back because I know someone who has an open relationship with her, and I don't think it's right. She was upset and has been cold. Will we talk? And does she feel something about me? And then we can see each other again. Okay, let's see. She does feel, yeah, she does have feelings for you. So she's kind of disappointed that you may have pulled your energy back, especially because of somebody else. Um, you know, with the open relationship things, they can get very complicated even though they're not supposed to be, right? Like people enter those situations with the idea of, oh, it's open, you can do what you want and I can do what I want. But it's still complicated, even though like the intentions behind it are not to be complicated. She does have an interest in you. That's why she's being cold, because she feels like you kind of cut her off. I would talk to her about it. I would find out exactly how she feels rather than taking the other person's word for it, because, you know, maybe they are in an open relationship and everything, and that's fine, but I would see how Beatrice feels about it, because maybe they're in an open relationship because she's not real thrilled with that other person. Maybe it's like out of convenience, or it's a friends with benefits sort of a thing, and it's not going to last forever. I would talk to her about it because I do think that the two of you have a nice connection. Will we talk again? I think you will. You will talk again, yeah. You know what? I would just tell her the truth. Say, listen, you know, I kind of, you know, backed off because of this, that, and the next thing. But, you know, what's really going on between the two of you and how do you feel? And I would let her know how you feel and what your intentions are. I think you'll speak again. Oh, Martha, that's fine. No big deal. It's okay. Simran, how will Wednesday go with JT? What is this random hair? Why is there random hair? It's like see, like these random hairs. How will Wednesday go with JT? It goes okay. I don't know who this person is or what the situation is, but it looks like you might be feeling like either you're being treated well, there's good karma around the situation, or there's room for growth and change for the better, for the positive. It looks like nothing changes quickly. Everything is kind of moving, kind of slow and steady wins the race, which is fine. But overall, things go good. They go pretty well. Simran, Sagittarius, current thoughts and feelings about me. Sagittarius, current thoughts. May feel a little bit burdened or held back by this situation. I don't know who this person is to you, but they pretty much think that you're smart, intelligent, well-balanced, kind-hearted, sincere, reliable, independent, successful, spontaneous, or fun to be around. Yeah, spontaneous or fun to be around. Mountain, how does the Taurus moon feel about me currently, and will he act? Eventually this person acts, but they're like at a snail's pace here. They definitely feel connected to you, and they think that you're an important connection in their life. They may be a little bit overwhelmed by their life right now, and that may be why you haven't heard from them, or communication is slow and sluggish. Eight of Cups is like they've pulled their energy back, but their intentions are to either reach out or at some point see you in person. New beginnings on the horizon. I don't know who this person is to you, but you may feel like there's a long road ahead of you with them, and there kind of is. It may be like somewhat of a winding road with this person because they're kind of slow. I mean, I feel like anything related to Taurus is always slow. They're like, it's hard to get them off the couch. And, but I think that this person is grounded and stable, and they do feel connected to you. They just may be very slow to act. Martha, how did the Cancer feel about seeing me? Cancer felt pretty good. They may have felt a little bit like the timing was off, or I don't know if it took them off, like maybe they weren't expecting it. This is like poor timing, but they felt good about seeing you, like happy, spontaneous. That's why I think it may have been something they weren't really planning on. Felt like it was successful, thought that it was good to see you, or it was I don't know if it was a chance meeting, but they were definitely happy to see you. Or yeah, it was like a nice surprise, a pleasant surprise. Maybe poor timing sometimes could be like, oh damn, I'm not looking my best, or I'm not feeling my best, or I'm not feeling confident. Like that could be the bad timing thing. It didn't have anything to do with you. They seem to be genuinely happy to see you. UAF, Adriana's Oracle cards. Surrender. Surrender. And 4. Your message. Surrender is a spiritual practice, and it's not an easy one, but the angels are working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold with ease when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from your miracles that you deserve. Take time to realize that in order to be helped, you must surrender your need for control over the situation that is in your mind. Hand over your concerns and your entire situation to spiritual allies. When you do so, you will allow angels of light to swoop in and help everything transform. If you find yourself having difficulties letting go of the reins, it's because there's a part of you that is not willing to receive the help or the miracles that you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to God and let the miracles in. Extended message. Excuse me. If you are feeling overwhelmed or emotional at times, your angel guide wants you to know that it's okay to let go. When you open up and release your concerns, you open up to the support of miracles. And you are a vessel and you contain light. Your concerns are taking up space, and when you release them and make room for more light, let them go now. This is a time to experience freedom that you deserve. You don't have to do this alone. God and the angels are ready to help you. Call on the angels and invite them to help you surrender and release anything that could be blocking your experiences to miracles. To help them usher in positive energy into your life, ask yourself, what do you need to let go of in order to take action and to grow? Divine timing. These two seem to go hand in hand. Divine timing, let's see. Divine timing. 36. Your message. Life is always unfolding in perfect time and space sequence. So angel wisdom is encouraging you to move into the state of trust, knowing that good things are always unfolding in front of you. You may find yourself feeling impatient and unsettled, but instead of letting your ego and imagination pull you into a downward spiral, you must trust that your prayers are being answered and plans are coming to fruition in a way that is meeting your needs rather than your wants. You may find that your prayers aren't being answered or that your hopes aren't being realized, But you must know that the universe and the angels are always working towards your highest good and the outcome that will best serve you. When this card appears, trust in the process. This card is a sign that your hopes and dreams are unfolding. You may not think so, but you need to remember that you may be working on human time, whereas God is always working on soul time. It's my friend's father. Not in your time, in God's time. He used to say that all the time. And this timing can never be measured or rushed. You are being guided to know that your angel team is right alongside you, encouraging you to call on the support of heaven and align with your current situation with love. Imagine yourself with your situation covered in gold light and ask the angels to show you the way forward, knowing that they are always working for your highest good. I understand what they're saying, and it cracks me up because this may be like a more formal way of the way my friend's father used to always. He always used to. Not in your time, in God's time. Trust. Just trust. You know how many times we heard that? My friend used to get so mad. She used to tell him, "Don't even say it. I don't even want to hear it." But it's true. You can't rush divine timing. It happens when it happens. I used to see this psychic years ago, Cecilia. She was so funny. She was so funny. Anyhow, she said, she's like, you don't see everything, right? So she's like, oh, the girl that gets married out of high school marries her high school sweetheart. Everyone's so envious of her. She has this wedding and she's so happy and she's the princess bride and all this bullshit. She's like, but then you don't see that she's got to wake up next to his ugly face for the rest of her life, and nobody wants to do that. Like, she would talk like it was hysterical. So, and she's like, and then you got the same girl that goes out every night of the week to the bars looking for a guy and never finds anyone, and then some random girl shows up on a Tuesday night and meets the love of her life. She's like, dude, you just can't, you don't know everything that's happening, and you don't know what's coming next. You just kind of have to have faith that you're going to be where you need to be, learn from your experience and move forward. But sometimes, like we would hear, like when her father used to talk, like we used to be like, you're a pinhead. I don't want to hear it. But it's so funny because those cards remind me of a lot of the things that he said. Anyhow, Sepia General. You are feeling prepared for life to move forward. You might be making decisions that help to move your life forward on all levels. No longer feeling held back. You got a little bit of good luck coming in. A Virgo is around. A Capricorn is around. A soulmate connection enters or heats up. Gemini is also here. It also looks like romance could be heating up, and you may be moving on towards greener pastures. You have growth, change, and transformation that's coming in and around your life, feeling successful around a new business endeavor, and possibly paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Sepia Love. You're headed towards the 10 Cups being full. You got a new beginning here on the horizon. You're feeling prepared for it. You got success coming in towards the 10 Cups being full. Somebody from your past may return as far as love is concerned, and it may be a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but you could have choices. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Out of the clear blue sky, Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. A wish comes true. You might be walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and that could bring in a new journey through divine timing that you feel like finally your perseverance around love has paid off. Sepia, me, and Jonathan. You got communication coming in. Communication comes in. He may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and you may feel like the relationship is starting to strengthen. It may be moving forward, slow and steady wins the race, but he's no longer holding himself back, and you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. You should feel at least like things are moving forward in the communication department in the near future. Sepia, career. A disappointment around career moves into the past. Happiness comes out around your career. The hard work you put in comes back to you, paying off a bill of debt or a loan. You may feel like you meet through divine timing, growth, change, and transformation brings in a new job or business opportunity. Feeling where you feel a little bit better compensated, a little bit better respected. Cause for celebration comes in, and the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. I think you may get a new job opportunity relatively soon. Where am I? Virgo. Who is coming in love and general messages? Oh, that's fine. All right, let's do who's coming for love. Okay, when it comes to love, you've got the Empress here, which is like love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. And things around love should be moving forward quickly. Water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Taurus comes in too, or it could be that there is long-term commitment potential around you in the water sign. You do have a committed relationship that comes in out of the clear blue sky relatively quickly. Negativity around love moves into the past, and you may be feeling a little bit better balanced. And general messages. You got divine timing that may be bringing in a new business partnership. Looks like you got communication coming in out of the clear blue sky from either someone you've been hoping to hear from or someone you haven't heard from in a long time. Things start to move forward. You could have happiness that comes in around a new business opportunity. I don't know what that's about, but we'll see. It looks like you're moving on towards greener pastures when a wish comes true around work, school, business, whatever you do all day. Perseverance pays off. Growth, change, and transformation comes in. Your love cup here is full. Love should be heating up in the near future with a soulmate connection. Things change you for the better quickly. Just don't forget to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, because things should be busy over the next couple of months. UAF, why am I feeling so annoyed? It seems like a lot of us are feeling like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people are feeling very annoyed. It may be some anxiety just around life. It's going to move into the past pretty quickly. Your life is going to start to move forward, and you have a new journey on the horizon. So that's going to move things forward pretty quickly. And I think the energy around you is going to shift pretty quickly. But I've been feeling like that too. Annoyed. I get it. I totally get it. UAF, love, general. Love looks good. Current relationship looks like it's moving forward. There's a wish around it. You got a new venture on the horizon. It looks like it's very well balanced and there's good karma around it. It looks like things are either growing and stabilizing or improving too around finances with you guys. I don't know if you, I don't know. I don't know what you're planning to do. I think that you're trying to get a house, but I don't know if that's you or both of you or whatever. But with this, it's like you may be working towards a common goal together that is going to be very successful. Things look pretty good around love. Romance heats up, but there's definitely, listen to your intuition. You got money coming in. You look, money is not everything, but it definitely helps ease anxiety. So that would probably help too. Odd in general. You may not be looking back on the past fondly. You may be looking back on the past, learning from it, what you were meant to learn, and ready to move forward with your life. You're prepared to move forward. With that, you've got an Aries that comes in. The world is at your feet. A soulmate connection enters through divine timing. It could be that Aries. It could also be a Gemini. You also got some money coming in, and you're headed towards the 10 Cups being full. You may be taking a trip to water, by water, or around water. A wish comes true and you're no longer holding yourself back. The sun comes out, which means you got happiness coming in and around your life. A water sign enters. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You got the Empress here this year. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Focus on what you want more of. Focus on the positive, and you should be able to cultivate a great year. Should be a good year for you. Hamilton. How does T feel about me? How does T feel about me? Things could change for the better for the two of you quickly, especially if this is a romantic relationship. You got a wish around the situation. Things can move forward pretty fast. This person thinks that you're well prepared, kind-hearted, sincere, independent, intelligent, reliable, dependable, attractive, a little bit mysterious, fun and exciting. It doesn't get better than this when you ask what somebody thinks about you and you get the Empress. That's like, you know, a goddess. So this person feels pretty positive about you. Mario, does Spirit want me to break the no contact? That's your decision. Spirit doesn't make those decisions. That's up to you. Like, we're sent to this place to learn what we learn, and it's not up to the powers that be to make those decisions. It's up to us. You may be guided. You know, like people will say, well, I'll get a lot of times, well, I saw 1111 and I heard his favorite song and somebody said his name, and, you know, I just figured that they were all signs I should call him. When meanwhile, it's like the guy who's treated you like shit for the last 15 years. It's like, no, those weren't signs. Like, there were no signs to telling you to call him. But, you know, it's all about the way that we look at things. If you need an excuse to call someone and you look at the clock and it's 11:11 and you just decide that that's a sign and you decide to make the decision to call, that's your choice. Spirit, God, angels, we're here to make those decisions. Just like we make a decision every morning to get up and go to work or to not go to work. That's our decision to make. Because I feel, and I could be wrong, but this is the way I kind of look at it, which is why I think I have a very hard time with like regular life. Like, there's more going on than just getting up and going to work every day, right? There's more going on than like getting a free soda with the pizza. You know, it's like there's always got to be a payback somewhere. That's how I feel. Like, everything's always got to stay in balance. Otherwise, that's when things go out of balance. Like, somewhere you got to pay it back. Somewhere you end up paying for that soda one way or another. And it doesn't always have to be like money. It's not always money, right? So it's the same thing with these choices. Like, Spirit doesn't tell you whether or not you should break no contact. It's up to you. But sometimes situations like, and I mean, I've been in these situations myself. I've been reading for people that are in situations for years where they're looking for every reason to stay in contact with somebody who is just proving to them over and over again that this relationship is, it's never going to be better than it is right now. This is as good as it's ever going to get. But yet it's like they're still trying to get more from this person. And I've been there, so I understand it. But that's your choice. So you have to make the decision as to whether or not you should break no contact. It can't, it's not from like divine, it's, nobody else is going to tell you to do it. You have to make that decision. And you make the decision based on what is in your best interest, and not with out of desperation, or I want to talk to her, or I'm hoping that I can make something happen, because all of those intentions are sort of like lower vibrational, which is like, it's not going to get a good result. You know, it's like when you're coming in with, you know, yeah, like it's like leaving your sweater at someone's house with the intentions of having to call them to get it back, which is really only, I want to see you again. Like that's right. You're just kind of setting that up. And it's not that spirit wants you to leave your sweater there. You made that decision so that you had a reason to call the person, right? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you're the one that has to bear the consequences. So I can't tell you that spirit wants you to call or break no contact. I think that communication is coming in regardless of whether you do or you don't, because you got communication coming in pretty quickly. But those things are your decision. You know, it's like, does spirit want you to be tortured by someone who doesn't appreciate you? No. No, but you have to make that choice. I mean, there are people that, and I'm not saying that that's your situation, but she's really like, she gives you reason to like, she can drive you absolutely nuts, right? But you're the one that has to make the decision as to whether or not you want to put up with it. Because I think too many times we're trying to change the other person. And it's like, you can't change the other person, you can only change yourself. So you can either accept their shitty behavior and not care and just continue with the relationship. Or you can say, you know what, I'm not going to talk to you until you treat me right. And if you don't ever treat me right, then I'm prepared to walk away from this forever. Because look, it's very easy to go out there and find somebody to treat you like shit. It's not easy to find someone that treats you as well as I treated you. So you want to go out and find someone to treat you like shit, that's fine. Then don't fuck around with me anymore, because I don't care. At the end of the day, it's your choice. Anyhow, I know these things get really complicated, and I feel like sometimes it's easier. I used to purposely, that woman Cecilia that I was talking about before, I used to go to her when I wanted her to tell me, okay, it's over, you're not going to hear from him anymore, because then I felt like I could shut the book, right? Unfortunately, I had a bunch of relationships that did end like that, right? But then I started having these relationships that, probably because I never learned my lesson, they started coming back. And then I was the one that had to make the decision. And it always took me a long time to make the decision, because I always felt like, well, there's more to come, or, you know, we have this connection, you know. And I mean, maybe we did have a connection, but it was never worth what I put up with. Let's put it that way. Oh my God, Mountain, I feel the same way. You know what? I went through this time with a friend of mine for years, like for years. It was, we used to see the same therapist, and she was a really nice lady, but she was, just trust that Jesus has you where he wants you. And I was like, I'm telling you, lady, he doesn't want me in this place. I don't know what's going on, but this is not the place that Jesus wants me. Anyway, and I know, and we heard a lot of that shit, and that's why we both stopped going, because it was like, her answer was always like, just trust the universe, just trust. And it's like, well, when do I realize that just trusting has gotten me nowhere? And it was very frustrating. It was a big chunk of time too. For my friend, it was about 12 years like that for her, from one relationship that ended until another relationship began. She had a couple of like twisted situations in between, but nothing that was like a relationship. And it was pretty horrible. That's the same friend with the father that used to say, you know, except the things you can't change. I'm telling you, she used to get so mad at him. I mean, I wouldn't yell at him, but she would say, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't even say it. I've trusted. I've been patient. I've done my work on myself. Nobody else is working on themselves. She had a workbook, right? The therapist gave her this workbook. She's like, I'm sitting out here doing a workbook on myself. No one else is doing this. Go away. I don't want to hear it anymore. The bottom line is eventually for her, things move forward. Anyhow, but I totally get it. And you wind up too getting better. And then you know what I find too? Sometimes you just lose faith in everything. It's like, yeah, okay, so I saw 11:11 on the clock. Okay, and what does that mean? Nothing. I know, I went through that too. Cynthia, does he regret me leaving him, and will me and him ever get married? Okay. All right, so this is what's going on here. No, he doesn't regret you leaving him because he doesn't really feel like you left. You may not be with him, but you're very much in his energy. And if you're asking if you're going to marry him, or you even have intentions, or you even think that you would marry him after everything that you've been through with him and everything that he's kind of put you through, you're still in his energy. So he doesn't feel regret. He isn't going to feel regret until you move on with your life. And you have not moved on with your life. No, I don't think that you're going to marry him. I don't think that this is a good situation. I don't think it's ever been a good situation. And I don't think that you're done with it. It's like emotionally, you're still very much into it, or you're involved in it energetically, and he can feel that. So, you know, you can say to somebody, all you want, I'm over it, I'm done, I'm dating someone else, but they need to feel it in order for things to change. It's just unfortunate that that's the way human beings are. They don't appreciate what they have when they have it. Once it's gone, then they realize how great it was. But at that point, it's usually too late. I don't think he's feeling regret right now. He seems to do what he wants when he wants. He seems to only care about himself. He's awfully selfish. And he comes up as very undecided about what he even wants for the future. I don't even think he thinks about the future. I think he thinks about what he wants right now. Greatness. Why didn't you respond to my text today? Why didn't you respond to my text today? This person may have been busy today. He's had choices around him. Seven of Cups. He had choices around him. May have been with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. There's something spontaneous may have popped up. This person was busy today, or they were out all day. Damn, I lost my spot. Shit, hang on a sec. Oh my God, I really screwed up my spot here. Hang on a second. Greatness. Will he contact me? Okay, will he contact me? Yeah, you'll hear from him eventually. It might not be right away, though. Greatness. Is G going to pursue me and want something more serious? I don't see anything more serious coming in, and I don't see him pursuing you. No, I think you're going to have to put in more effort if you want to cultivate something more serious. You may have to do more of the work. Doesn't look like he puts in all that much effort. Mountain. Why did my guides tell me a specific direction around a person and the situation was the complete opposite result from what I was told? First time this has ever happened, I'm super confused. Let's see. There's more going on. All right, wait a minute. A specific direction around a person in a situation that was the complete opposite. So, like, let's just say, for example, the guy told you, call Sam and call Sam on Tuesday and he'll tell you the answer. You called Sam on Tuesday and he wouldn't tell you the answer. Like, it was backwards. It's like there's more that comes out of this situation, and it may be communicated through a third party situation. I hate third parties, like middlemen, but in this situation, news may come through somebody else. I don't know if there's more going on than you realize, and I don't know why the guides didn't tell you that. You may be feeling lack of perseverance. You may be feeling like walking away from the situation. You also may be feeling undecided. But it looks like within the next 3 days, I hate saying timing because I just don't trust timing. Within the next 3 days, this middle person should come in and tell you something. I don't know why the guides didn't tell you that, but there's more coming around that certain situation or that specific situation. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Like, maybe the first conversation hasn't happened yet, and that's why you didn't get, maybe that's why. Maybe the conversation between the first person and the middleman has to happen and hasn't happened yet. I feel like that's not the first time I've had somebody give me a situation like that. I can't remember what it was, but somebody recently went through something very similar. That it was the exact opposite. Can't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me. Greatness. What's coming in love with who and timing? Okay, you might have to make a decision to move on from something that is no longer serving you in order for a new journey to begin. That's a committed relationship, possibly with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Lay down the law, set up boundaries, and good luck comes in. A new journey starts. It could be with a water sign. Long-term potential around the next relationship you enter. Perseverance pays off, but you might need to walk away from people, places, and things that are not going anywhere. Something could be holding you back or stifling your growth. Okay, how did the Capricorn feel about the text I sent? Capricorn felt good about the text. Seems like they felt relief around the situation, or they maybe felt like there's a new journey coming in, or they were excited to hear from you. It seems like it was pretty good. Or it opened a door. John, does the Taurus have love feelings for me? Yeah, I do think that this Taurus has love feelings for you, but I think that she takes you for granted, or she feels like you're always going to be there, and that she kind of has you, or she could have you at her beck and call, and I think she takes you for granted. or she takes that for granted. Martha, why did the Gemini feel awkward seeing me? Was it because he kept wanting to come by my house and parties? Was this the guy that you told not to come around and he was coming around anyway? That's why. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly why. Yep. So he feels negative now. He may feel like embarrassed or like an ass or something. Yeah, I guess that's exactly it. I mean, I would feel like an ass, but you wouldn't have to tell me not to come twice. You know, like, you wouldn't have to tell me not to come at all. If I caught that vibe, I wouldn't be there. But I think that maybe he didn't think you were serious, so he thought that he could come, and now he's embarrassed by his actions. Georgia, I'm confused about the text from the Virgo, his point. His point seems to be that he feels stuck and burdened. I don't know what's going on here, but he feels stuck, burdened, and like nothing is moving forward. He also feels held back. However, he feels like there is happiness that can come to this situation. It just might be a little bit delayed. I would call him out on it, and I would ask him, I would say, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Because I just want to make sure that the two of you are communicating without, you know, I hate the text messaging only because, you know, it's like if somebody leaves out a comma, like the situation, it reads one way, and if they use the right punctuation, it reads a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like doing a lot of communicating through text message. I mean, it's good when you text someone, hey, I'm outside, or I'm here, or pick up milk. Like, though, that's good, but like serious communication through text, I'd rather see you talk on the phone if you can't do it in face to face. I would call him out on it. UAF did one for Vicky. I don't see Vicky yet. I see Mo. Energy between Vanessa and I. Energy is pretty good. Stable and successful. Or that's the way it's going. If you're not there yet, that's the way it's headed. Red, what's the next relationship going to be like? Next relationship that you enter should be, you should meet this person through divine timing, and things change for you for the better quickly. Could be with a Virgo. Negativity moves into the past. You feel as if the world is at your feet, and you feel like the perseverance has paid off around love. It's like a wish comes true. Also could be around an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Listen to your intuition. Two of Swords. You may be making a decision to like cut out anybody around you that is either has been disappointing or who hasn't you done the right thing by you, and then that may bring in new opportunities. Next relationship you enter should be well functioning, and it should be like a really good connection with long-term potential. Deb, General. Cause for celebration comes in. Some good luck comes in when you lay down the law, set up boundaries. You also should have some nice money coming in. New venture on the horizon, and you're prepared for it. Feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain and you can breathe a sigh of relief. Sagittarius enters out of the clear blue sky, feeling a little bit more financially stable. You also may be ready to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. You're no longer holding yourself back. The sun comes out when you make decisions in your best interest. Your life starts to move forward pretty quickly. UAF, why did P say I'd grow to hate them? This person was talking about themselves, like you would grow to hate me. Because I think that this person may feel like they hold themselves back. They also may feel like they have a lot of qualities that you wouldn't get along with or that you wouldn't appreciate. And they may be stupid qualities too. I don't know, like dumb qualities. Like, I don't know if the person was like, you know, like a slob. Like, that's not really something that, okay, so you're a slob. I mean, there are worse things to be. Like, I don't think it's anything that terrible. I think that they may feel as if, like P may feel that P would have held you back from doing things or would have stifled your growth, and that could be why you would wind up hating them. And that they sometimes felt like they were a total disaster in their own right. But who isn't? I feel like we're all like that. Like, we all can be disasters. I also think that this person felt like there was a lot going right for you, or you had a lot of potential for things to go right, and they felt like they would have gotten in your way and you would have resented them for it. I don't know how they were going to get in your way, but I kind of understand it. Red, how would Chris feel if I started coming by? This person would have mixed emotions. So sometimes you may find that they would be like really hard to deal with, and sometimes they may be really nice to you. Sometimes they may be happy to see you, and other times they kind of may make you feel like burdened. Like, they would have mixed emotions about that. I don't know what the situation is, but yeah, it may be complicated. New me. Did Albert do another woman last night? I think he was with someone else, yeah. Yeah, something was going on last night. Mountain, but maybe it's not over yet. Maybe you haven't reached the outcome yet. You know what I mean? Like the woman that reads for me, like, for example, there was one time when I was seeing the Aquarius that I was seeing for a long time. It was kind of a really long, winding road with him. But I remember being in there, like, I used to go back then on Saturday a lot because I worked during the week. I remember being there on a Saturday, and she said something about me seeing him soon, or he was paying more attention to me, or we would be seeing more of each other, some kind of crap, which led me to believe when I left there that, like, things are getting better, things are improving. Well, the next Friday night, he's like, I don't remember how it came about, but somehow he wound up telling me, I never want to speak to you again, taking off to Europe with it was his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend, or at the time, I don't know what the fuck the situation was, but whatever it was. I was fucking devastated, like I can't even tell you. Like, I cried for days over this. And that was Friday. I don't think that I wouldn't have been able to get an appointment the Friday night for Saturday, so I probably called Saturday morning and took the next available appointment, even if it meant that I had to call in sick for work, because that I would do that. And I actually remember, I don't remember if it was this time or not, but it's about a half hour from here. In between jobs, in a pouring rainstorm, I pulled some sort of a stunt so I could go and see her. And I had like no gas in the car. I thought I was going to run out. Anyway, I made it. Anyhow, uncontrollable crying. And when I went in there and I told her what happened, I said to her, I go, you just told me that things were going to improve. You just told me I was going to be seeing more of him just a couple of days ago. What the hell happened? So this is what she said to me. And in the moment, I wanted to punch her in the throat, but she was right. She said, I can't see everything that happens, right? Like, she's like, I can't respond to every single burp that this relationship has. I mean, and that at the time it had already been going on about 3 years. So she said, but there is more to come between you and him. He's still around you. He's still going to be paying you attention. This is today. This is what you're going through with him today. But that doesn't mean this is the end of the road. Now, I believe that stunt he pulled was in 2008. I still continued to see him until I believe it was 2012. So she was right. Like, that was a moment in time, and him and I had plenty of those moments in times where he was telling me, I don't want to speak to you again. Like, he's told me that before. I don't want to speak to you again. I'll contact you. Don't call me. I'll call you. That was a different time, right? And of course, I went back in and I was like, well, how come you didn't tell me this was going to happen? Or just, there was a lot of bullshit that went on in that. And she said to me, but because it's not the end. There's still more to come. There's still more to come. And she's like, you keep looking at it like it's the end of the book, but it's not. It's not the end of the story. And I always wanted to hear from her, okay, this is the end of the story. This is it. There's no more now. Till this day, she still won't say that. Why? Because him and I mean, that ship sailed. But he's still somewhat in my life. Although, like I said, I haven't spoken to him in at least 6 months, and I'm hoping that he's okay. I wouldn't be worried because he's a dick, so he does that. But because of COVID, I'm a little concerned. And he's got Mediterranean blood disease, so I would think he may be at high risk, although I don't know. Anyway, and he's heavy, or heavier than he should be. Anyway, so the point is that maybe this isn't the end. Maybe this is something, I hate it because it sounds like windbag pinhead bullshit, that something so awful can happen when you think it's going to go the other way, and it's like, how did I end up here? But sometimes you have to go through that moment to get to the next. It's part of the story, not the end of the story, which, listen, I don't like saying it as much as I didn't like hearing it, but it was true. Like, so whatever happened, the opposite happened. That doesn't mean that it's not going to turn itself around. Some way, shape, or form, it can. Just sucks. It sucks. Rimmel. What would the universe like me to know? That you are more in control of your life than you realize. Focus more on what you want more of and not what you want less of, because with the Magician, you've got the ability to manifest new opportunities. You may have the opportunity to travel. That could be coming up. Fire sign comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. That may just be a friend, or this could be somebody that's related to the trip, the travel opportunity. You got a wish, put it out into the universe. It also looks like you're not looking back on the past fondly, but you're more focused on moving forward, which is a good thing. An old wound is starting to heal and move into the past, and you shouldn't have to deal with it again. Greatness, timing on the Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I'm done with what's holding me back. Sometime this winter, within the next 3 months, or early winter. Vicky, intentions of Joe towards me this week. I told him how I felt tonight, but I've been told that it's not reciprocal, so I'm feeling that it's done. I can't imagine. I don't know what you said to him. But things were going so well. All right, let's see. Right, it's not done. It's definitely not done. So, first of all, you got the Magician here. I'm not sure. I don't wonder what you said to him, because what it shows here, the love cup is full. It shows there's room for growth, change, and transformation, and that there's a new journey on the horizon. It does show that he may pull his energy back or walk away for a moment, but not for long. When he comes back or when you talk to him again, you may need to lay down the law and set up boundaries. This situation is not done. I don't know how you left off with him or what exactly you said from him, but he still seems to be holding an interest for you. Very strange, because he's been putting in a lot of effort and you guys have been spending a lot. Lioness, will I meet someone on a dating site? I'm giving up. Let's see. Am I meeting someone on a dating site? You could meet a Capricorn, yeah. You could meet a Capricorn. You have a 70% chance, yes. Now, I do not believe for 1 second that dating sites are for everyone. I also don't think that that's the answer for everyone. The only thing that I do like about dating sites is that it keeps the energy flowing, which I think is a good thing. But I don't, I think a lot of times people present themselves to be something that they're not. I had a cousin that she's like divorced. She's a grandma. She's a little bit older. And she's actually young for grandma, I think. But anyway, but she said, she's like, you don't know how many guys that I was dating and I didn't even realize that they were married. Like, she found out later on down the line that they were married. And that, she was like, I couldn't even believe it. They were on these sites and like, I guess you wouldn't even think, like, why would you think that a married man is on a dating site? But you know, this is the world we're living in. Anyhow, what I like about them is that the energy is moving. So like your energy, the energy of not sitting around and thinking about Joe and when is Joe going to call and I can't wait to hear from Joe and I'm obsessed with Joe and he's my soulmate and I have to be with Joe. The energy is like looking online, like who else is out there. And when you're focused on other things, that keeps the energy around you flowing so that you're not so stuck looking at the phone every 2 seconds. So if for nothing else, like I would say, stick it out a little bit longer, only because it just kind of keeps energy flowing. I always tell a story about my friend. She really wanted to get back with her ex-boyfriend, and while she was trying to cultivate that, she was online dating and she was going out with guys. She's like, I hate doing this, I hate everything about it, but I'm just putting it out there. And she would go out. I remember this one guy, she went out with him a couple of times. Nothing ever happened. They went out, they had a couple of laughs. She went out with a group of people, but it kept the energy around her moving, and she wound up getting back with her ex-boyfriend and she married him. So I think she made the right decision. I was like, I think that even though it's not your thing, I think you're doing the right thing. You're not sitting around waiting for the phone to ring, because that's the worst thing that you can do. Littlefoot, why do I feel so off when I'm at home? Is it me? You mean when you're home with your family? Like there's other people around? I don't think it's you, no. No, what I think, and I don't know if you feel like this in other situations, sometimes you don't realize that you're sensitive and you're picking up other people's energies. It's not that there's anything wrong with you or that you feel off. You may be picking up what other people are feeling. That it happens to me. And it happens to me where I feel like I don't belong somewhere, or maybe somebody's mad, or do you want me to leave? Maybe I shouldn't be here. And it feels, energy in the place feels unwelcoming or stagnant, or I'd rather be on Facebook than talking to you, which makes me feel like you don't really want me here, and that makes me feel awkward. But I think some people don't pick up that energy. So I think you may be picking up energy of what's going on with other people. It's not you. It's not you. And it's not saying that those people don't want you around. That's not it. But it may be what's going on in their world or in their head or in their moment. And that's what makes you feel off. I think, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like some people are starting to get more sensitive to things. And I think they're having a lot of trouble. Because I've even had a couple of friends recently tell me, like my one friend said, she said, I feel like the world has become such a like a dangerous place, and I feel so disconnected from everyone, but yet I long to be in relationships with people, but yet I feel disconnected. So it's a fucked up place to be. I totally understood what she meant by it. It's like you don't want to isolate yourself from the world, but you feel like you can't deal with the people in it. So I get it. No, it's not you. It's just that you're sensitive to it. Davy, love for this week. Love for this week. You might be feeling a little bit better, like you're being treated with a little bit more respect. You've got a Libra that comes in. You might be feeling a little undecided about things. You could have new energy here. A Libra and a Virgo come in. Listen to your intuition. You might be feeling a little undecided. You also have a wish, put it out into the universe. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full. You might not be there yet, but you got success coming in around love. You got happiness coming in around love. You have an old wound starting to heal and move into the past. Divine guidance may be bringing in a soulmate connection. I can't swear it's going to happen this week, but it's on the horizon. And you got the Empress here, which is like love, money, abundance, fertility. Good things coming in. Maybe general for this week. You may get a new business opportunity. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down around a business partnership or a business opportunity that may make you feel like you're moving forward quickly. You also may have some choices that come in. You got a soulmate connection that's coming in. You have a wish that comes true. You got a Leo around, and Aquarius comes in. You got a lot of people around you. Six of Cups, somebody from your past may be returning, and you may be feeling disappointed by them, or they may have disappointed you in the past. They may be coming back singing a different tune and no longer holding themselves back. That could be a fire sign. That may be a Sagittarius. I don't know where you and the Sagittarius are right now. But you could feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain because you're calling the shots in a lot of different areas of your life this week. Greatness. Next long-term relationship. To be life with who and timing. Next long-term relationship. Could be with a Scorpio. Perseverance pays off around love. Making decisions that serve you, serve your highest good, and not putting up with less than you deserve makes a wish come true. Could be sometime before the end of this year that you have a long-term committed relationship that comes in. It looks like you've got a new journey on the horizon, and the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You may have to let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and with that, negativity moves into the past, and things change for the better pretty quickly. I think it happens before the end of the year, maybe sometime this winter, or late fall, early winter. John. If I don't make any moves at all, will something come up for my career this month? No, I think you got to be kind of active. You got to be pursuing it in order to get a new opportunity. I don't think anything's just going to fall into your lap, not this month. Empress. I don't see it yet. Let me do Julie. What C did today and is doing tonight? I think he spent the day with friends, and he may still be with those friends tonight. He may have had, I don't know, I don't know if there's a sporting event. I don't know if he plays sports, if he watches sports, but it looks like he may be with a bunch of guys late this afternoon into tonight. Red, why would Chris have mixed emotions? I don't know. I don't know what your relationship is with him, but that's what it looks like. It looks like sometimes he feels disappointed. Sometimes he feels perseverant. Sometimes he's really happy to see you. Other times you might feel like he's not looking back on the past fondly, or he just feels like he doesn't have a lot of time. Sometimes you might feel like things are moving forward pretty quickly. Other times you might feel like not much is changing or there's no growth here. And then sometimes you may also feel like he's pulling his energy away. Then other times you feel like you have a wish around the situation. So it's kind of like up and down. I don't know what your relationship is with him. But if you were just to show up at his house every now and again, that's what the cards suggest. Empress. How did Vilma feel after seeing the woman on my brother's Insta story? He is single and didn't feel that the need to hide it from her, but also doesn't want her to feel insecure. Okay, let's see. All right. I don't think that she read too deeply into it, but I think that initially it annoyed her because it's like, at first, it's like she pulls her energy back and she was like, what the fuck, right? This is like, who is this or what is this? Like, I'm pulling my energy back. But then she may have realized, hey, it may not be anything. Who gives a shit? Whatever it is, it's not a big deal. Or maybe somebody talked her off the ledge. Somebody might have said, hey, you don't know who this woman is. It could be his mother, his sister, his, lesbian neighbor, whatever, because it's the truth. You don't know who these people are. But, that's why I hate social media. Because why put it up there? Why put it up there? Someone's going to see it. It's going to start trouble, or that it could put an idea in someone's head. Yeah, you don't need to hide it because he's single, but it's like the women's minds just go, right? Like a guy, like they may see something and they don't think twice, but women are like, who is that? Does he like her better? Is she prettier than me? Is she smarter than me? Maybe he likes her more, so like, why do it? Like, why put yourself in that predicament, right? But yet everybody does it. So it's like, yeah, social media is the tool of the devil. And it's going to continue to cause trouble for people that continue to play with it. Because how could it not? If you're looking, what they say, if you're looking to find a crime, right? Everybody's done something. Blown a red light. Left the grocery store and didn't realize they didn't pay for something, right? If you go looking for it, you're going to find it. Well, that's what social media is. When you go looking for it, you're going to find it. So, yeah. I mean, it's going to cause trouble inevitably if he keeps doing it. And he wants to continue to see her. If he doesn't care about her, if he doesn't care about the relationship, then let him do what he wants. But, R. Davis, what type of options was C exploring? What type of options was C exploring? Okay, so this is what's come up around C. He's got choices with the Seven of Cups. He's got soulmate connections around him, and there's communication around him. I don't know who this person is to you, but they may be feeling undecided, and they may feel like they're exploring options. With Seven of Cups is they've got options. I don't know what kind of options. Like I can't specifically tell you who the people are that are around him or what exactly he's doing. I don't know. But he's got options. He also has options and issues and situations and things he's exploring around finances, money, and career. So they could all tie together or they could be separate. But his life is not where he wants it to be right now, and he's exploring options. That's the best way I can describe it. Seven of Cups, choices and options. Aqua. Why has the past guy been playing on my phone? Why has the past guy been playing on my phone? All right, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know how somebody can be playing on your phone, but let's see what the cards say. Past guy may be playing on your phone because he's going through a tower moment. He feels the need for growth, change, and transformation, and he's suffering from a lot of anxiety. Whatever the situation was with you, he may feel comfortable or he may feel like he needs to reconnect to somebody safe. He's going through a moment, this person, for sure. I told him I had feelings and he said he didn't feel the same. But what have you guys been doing all these months hanging out together? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, why was he hanging out with you for all this time if he didn't have feelings? What was going on? Like, I mean, weren't you guys dating? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Maybe he's not ready for a committed relationship yet. Maybe he's not ready for things to move forward to the next level. Maybe he wants to stay in control of the situation. But I don't believe that he's been hanging out with you all this time because he has no feelings for you. Like, well, he had nothing else to do, so he was going to hang out with... I just don't... Yeah, I don't believe it. There's more to come from this situation. Julie, when will I see C again? I would say sometime within the next maybe 10 days to 2 weeks you should see him again. UAF, what was the reason he called me oblivious? Okay, so this person may think that you don't notice things that were right in front of you, or things that either he was noticing that were right in front of you, you weren't picking up on. It could be like clues and like clues or things that people were saying or people's intentions and that you just didn't pick up on quickly. So he figured, like, he was like, how could you not understand that? Oh, you're so oblivious. Like, you don't see things that are right in front of you. Like, for example, like, people have said to me, oh, I see you all the time driving, but you're clueless. Like, you don't see me. Like, it's true, I don't see anyone. I don't care. I don't notice. I don't notice. I mean, I imagine that if you were driving, like, an outrageous car, I probably would notice. But if you're driving, like, you know, a Honda Civic, I probably don't notice, right? Because... So I think it was similar to that. Like, there's so much going on in front of your face that you just didn't see it. What is going on out there? Sounds like something's having trouble. I was wondering if she was always planning on backstabbing me at work. Is this the same person that called you oblivious? Let's see. I don't think that she was planning on backstabbing you, but I think that she would throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. If it meant her or you would go under the bus. But I don't know that she was planning on it, or that it was like a premeditated thing, or like she was looking to get you in trouble. Enos, what's coming towards me in September? Oh, there it went. What's coming towards me in September? What's coming towards me in September? Okay, you've got success that comes in around a work, school, or business endeavor, or whatever it is you do all day. A wish comes true. Negativity moves into the past. An earth sign enters Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Also a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Looks like you're feeling prepared and ready for things to move forward. You're no longer holding yourself back, and the world is at your feet. Sister, what is S's current feelings for me? 1 year no contact. Well, I think that he's shocked that he hasn't heard from you. It seems like he's got a lot of respect for you, and he still cares very much about you with the love cup full. He may also kind of go back and forth as far as like maybe arguing with himself, like, yeah, I'm going to hear from her again, or no, I'm never going to hear from her again. He may be back and forth or feel undecided about that. But he seems to think that you're kind, caring, sincere, thinks that you're very intuitive. May also think that you can see right through any of his bullshit. And that may be why sometimes he feels like he kind of like his energy gets pulled way back, because I don't think that he thinks that, like, I think he thinks that you can see through all of his bullshit. He thinks that, like, you're a kind, caring, sincere person. He's got a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you're compassionate, grounded, and stable. I think he's absolutely shocked that he hasn't heard from you. Yeah, wow, that's a long time. But good for you. Good for you. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he just reaches out of the clear blue sky. I don't know if you have the same number, but he'll figure out a way to reach out to you at some point. I think he can't believe that he hasn't heard from you. I think that's like in the back of his head for the most part, that you're going to reach out, and then every once in a while he feels like, no, maybe I'll never hear from her again. Oh, excuse me. Littlefoot. What does S. Leo want me to know? I like him. He's genuinely a happy person. He's someone who's pretty optimistic, looks at the cup as being half full. It also looks like he doesn't let things get him down. He seems to have good energy around him. He's pretty stable, pretty kind, pretty caring. Seems like a pretty decent guy. I don't know how well you know him, but he may be someone who's pretty easy to get along with, and you and him may have a nice connection. Communication could pick up. You got the Magician here. You could make things happen with him. At least communication-wise should be easy to cultivate. R, how does C believe that I see him? How does C believe that I see him? Were you involved with him? I think he thinks that you're really into him, or that you have serious feelings for him. He may think that you think that he's like pretty special. He feels like relief around the situation. Like he feels like he can call the shots because he's in control. I think he thinks that you see him as a good catch. Jasmine in general. All right, you should be feeling a little bit better appreciated in a work relationship. Better compensated, better appreciated, better respected. It looks like you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or setting money aside for something. Judgment card. You've got divine guidance guiding you towards leaving a disappointment in the past and things moving forward. You may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. You got choices around that, an opportunity coming in. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Focus on what you want more of, not what you want less of. Divine timing may be bringing in an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and a lot of money is headed your way. Littlefoot. Does S the Leo want a long-term relationship with me? I don't think that this person right now is thinking along the lines of long-term relationship. However, I don't think that it's impossible for that to happen. Like, that can happen over the course of time. I think you got to take it one step at a time. I don't think that that's in their head right now. John, this week forecast for me. Could be a busy week. Make sure that you take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Got a new journey here on the horizon or a new business opportunity that comes in. That may be why you're busy. Like, you're making decisions, things are moving forward. Make sure that you don't neglect yourself. Balance comes back into your life. Out of the clear blue sky may come this new opportunity pretty quickly. You'll feel as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. You're moving forward to greener pastures, and there may be travel on the horizon. Might not happen this week, but you may be planning for it this week. You also may have an Aries around and a Sagittarius that may be of significance. Things around your home look very good this week. Cause for celebration comes in around spending time with family and loved ones. Growth, change, and transformations coming in around you and your life in general, especially around business for the better. No longer feeling anxious. Anxiety is moving into the past. And looks like a pretty positive week. Just don't forget to take care of yourself. Martha, does the Cancer think that I would choose him above the Gemini? Yeah, he definitely thinks that. I don't think he thinks that you really like that Gemini. There's Dylan snoring. Sanch for the rest of the day. Feeling balanced. Feeling like a wish comes true. And you might be feeling a little undecided about something or someone. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. Success comes in around a business or job or school opportunity, whatever it is that you do all day. Your solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the day. Adonis, I want to confirm that Vivi misses and thinks about me recently. I've been feeling like that, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. She does miss and think about you all the time. Anonymous, just got off the phone with Jaden, said Sharius. He said that I need to stop thinking about me and his past and all the negative shit that disappeared. Let me see if I can find it. That I need to stop thinking about me and his past and all the negative and basically trust him and that he loves me. Is he right? Is he right? Okay, well, so this is not an easy question to answer. So is he right? His intentions right now are good. Like, he doesn't have bad intentions. However, there must have been shit that happened in the past that made you feel like you had to second guess, which that's not your fault, right? So for him to say, just forget about the past. Just forget about the past, okay? Because that's done. I love you. It's all better. I'm just going to put a Band-Aid over it, okay? It's all good now. Is not really fair. Like, that's not fair, because if you've been through something with somebody, chances are, like, you know, it's like you forgive somebody, but when you forgive somebody, they kind of know that they can get away with it because they got away with it once. The first cut's the deepest. They get away with it the first time, second time it'll be that much easier. And I'm not saying that's what his intentions are. I don't think that that's what his intentions are. But I don't feel like anybody really goes into the situation thinking, hey, I'm going to fuck this girl up. I don't think that that's what their intentions are. But that just seems to be what happens. So this is a complicated answer because it's a complicated situation. Now, on the other side of it, you can't get back. This is why I hate the exes. You can't get back together with somebody and want to have a good future with them if you're holding the past over their head. You're right, like you can't, you have to let that go. If you don't let it go and you keep bringing the past into the present, you're going to keep reliving it. You know, it's like, you got drunk at my Christmas party. You embarrassed me in front of my coworkers. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Remember that time? We're going to the Christmas party. You better not get drunk again. You're going to embarrass me. You can't keep doing that because then you're going to keep bringing it back. So it's a complicated answer because it's a complicated situation. It's yes and no. He does care for you. His intentions right now are good. And you can't torture him for what he did in the past because it's not going to help the relationship moving forward. You have to reconcile that in your own head and put it in the past and then move forward. Thing is that how do you do that without making yourself, you know, like putting yourself out there and feeling like, you know what, I could have it done to me again. It's a tough situation. There are no guarantees with anything, and it scares me when people like go back to the ex and they're like, okay, everything's fine now. It's like, no, everything isn't fine. Nothing is fine. First cut's the deepest. Now we're going to replay that same situation over and over again because they know that they can get away with it. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously they know what to say to win back the person's trust or to get the door open because they did it before. So it's complicated. I would say that you have two choices here. You can work on the situation, but you got to work on the situation both ways. You got to work on forgetting about the past and trusting him in the future, but not trusting him blindly. You know, like in whatever it was that he did, like you legitimately have the right to feel the way that you did for whatever it was that happened. If he ghosted you or he left you for someone else or whatever it is that these assholes do, and then they come back and they think, well, yeah, but I'm back now. I'm back now. Things are good. Forget about it. No, forget about it. No big deal. You know, I cried for 6 months over you, you loser. And now I'm just supposed to say, oh, okay, you're back. So, yeah, it's a complicated situation. It's complicated. There's no easy answer for that. You have to proceed with caution, I think, because reliving the same nightmare 20 times, we don't want to do that. Right? It's tough. Cinnamon, this week. This week. solution to a problem is in front of you. Before the end of the week, you'll figure it out. Looks like you get an earth sign around Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You also have a Libra around this week. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study, or you may be actually going back to school. I don't know what it is. You got some money coming in. You got choices on the horizon. Plus, you've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Mihak, general for the next 2 weeks. Might be feeling a little bit better respected in your personal relationships. Anxiety seems to move into the past. Cause for celebration comes in. It looks like growth, change, and transformations coming in and around your life in a positive way. And you've got the, hey, I've made it to the top of the mountain. I can breathe a sigh of relief. You also have some money coming in. You may be taking a road trip. You got a road trip here, or a little bit of travel possible. Am I up to Littlefoot? Littlefoot, how does S believe I see him? How does S believe I see him? I think that he thinks that you think of him as somebody who is fun and exciting, somebody who's pretty positive, somebody who's fun to be around. I don't know how well you know him, but he may think that you have a good impression of him. I don't think he thinks that you like him. I don't think he knows that. I mean, he may just think that you think that he's a nice guy or something like that. Brianna, I don't see, oh, there it is, my week ahead. My week ahead. You've got things move forward. You may be feeling like the hard work that you put into something around work, school, or business, whatever you do all day, comes back to you. Something comes in that makes you very happy around work, school, business, whatever you do all day. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. The love cup is full. If you're with someone, great, romance picks up. Not with anyone, you've got a Taurus that comes in, a Capricorn, and a Leo that all have potential. If you're with someone, your current relationship could be strengthening, and it looks good. It's like a pretty decent week. Mel, tell greatness that love and career are two separate subjects and matters. Yeah, love is one subject for $1.99 and career is another. It's like sometimes people will just say general and then whatever comes up, and sometimes there may be a mix of both in there. But if I'm doing love, it's one question and career is another. What are the details on my next long term? I don't know I don't know what job occupation your next relationship is going to have. If that's what the question is, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I can't, like, people ask questions like, what's he going to look like? Where am I going to meet him? We don't know those answers because life is meant to be a journey. It's not like the cards are going to tell you, you know, go to the library on Tuesday. There'll be a man there in a green shirt and a black hat. Like, just doesn't work like that. You know, he'll be an accountant. He'll drive a green Honda. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So you've got to find that all out through the journey. Cards can tell you that somebody's coming in. It's very hard to lock it down to a time frame. And everybody always wants a time frame. Everyone does. And I've always wanted time frames too. I still do. I still want time frames. And it's hard. It's hard because there's too much that interferes with time. And there's too much that interferes with, like, free will, but also resistance. So you have free will to lock yourself in your house and never go out. And then how are you going to meet anyone? But then you also have resistance where it's like, nope, nope, I'm not going to meet anyone. Nope, nope, it's got to be with this guy. If it's not with him, then, you know, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Yeah, well, that all builds resistance, which could set the time back. So, yeah, it's hard to lock into time, and I can't tell you an occupation. I don't know. I can tell you, like, his characteristics, but I can't give you details on a relationship that hasn't entered yet. It hasn't happened yet, so I can't give you detail. Like, I can't tell you you're going to vacation at Cape Cod. I don't know that. I can only tell you characteristics of the person coming in. It would be somebody who is passionate. They could be an Aries. They're very smart and intelligent. They're very perseverant. They've got goals and schedules, and they stick to them. They're a very happy person, very positive outlook. They love to travel. They may love water, too. They may like to go to the beach, be around the beach, or swim, or something like that. They may have a creative hobby that they find important to them, or that's a big part of their life. It also looks like you may need to have patience with this person. They may not jump into things head first. You may have to get to know them. They may be slow and steady wins the race as far as the way they deal with relationships in general. They don't hold themselves back, but they don't dive in head first either. They've got to feel stable. They've got to feel secure before they move forward. They're a compassionate person. Communication looks good too. They seem to be pretty good with communicating. Oh, you're welcome, Anonymous. Good luck. There's one from Martha, but I don't see the question yet. Let me do red. Has Elle slept with the guy who came to see him? Has Elle slept with the guy who came to see him? He could have. Yeah. Yeah, they may have, something could have gone on, definitely, with the two of them. Martha, does the Gemini think that there is something between me and the Cancer romantically more than friends? He doesn't think so. Nope. Jackson, how would Michelle S. respond if I texted her? I think it would start a conversation. I think that she would respond to you. I think it would be the opening of a conversation. Yeah, you guys would start communicating. I would do it. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. Greatness is my last long-term relationship, an ex or someone new. Is it someone new? someone new. I don't think it's an ex. I don't think it's an ex. It seems like it's somebody who's brand new energy, and their energy comes in very strong, very stable. They're forward moving, but they don't dive in head first. They've got to feel stable and secure. It may be somebody you have to have patience with, and you have to feel, that person's got to feel grounded and stable and ready before they take it to the next level. I don't think it's anyone that you've ever been with before. No. Brianna, how will work at my new job go this week? Oh, good luck. It should go really well. Got a new venture on the horizon. Things change for the better for you quickly. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Headed towards the 10 cups being full. Pretty good. Greatness. Oh, good night. Thank you, thank you. Mickey, how did you do? Was everything worked out okay with that other stuff? Is Maria's boyfriend not letting her go to parties on campus? And did she feel jealous when she saw me at the one on social media? Okay. Is her boyfriend not letting her... I hate that shit. Is her boyfriend not letting her go to parties on campus? Yeah, he doesn't want her to go. You know, women think that that's cute. Oh, he loves me so much, he doesn't want me to go. Oh. But you know what? It's not cute. It's not cute, because that level of control is only going to grow. And then that turns into grown women that are not allowed out of the house, you know, because it's dark out. I mean, I've had, yeah, this one woman, I used to feel terrible for her. She used to call the store. My husband said I spent too much money on groceries, but I can't come back tonight and return them because it's dark out and I'm not allowed out. Let a motherfucker tell me that I can't go out because it's dark out. He wouldn't know what hit him. Anyway, yeah, that's scary territory. Was she jealous when she saw me on social media? She was definitely jealous. Yeah, absolutely. And she may also be starting to feel like she's being treated unfairly. Control, like, love is not control. Women think that that's cute. That gets old real fast. You know, when they can't go and have their nails done, or they can't go and have their eyelashes done or whatever, because someone's controlling everything that they do. Everything worked out good. Thank God. Thank God. Jay, what happened today with Brianna? The argument you picked up on yesterday, or will it be something else? Okay, let's see. Was it the argument that happened today? Yeah. She may be holding herself back, or she may be pouting now, but this is going to move into the past pretty quickly. And yeah, that was it. I don't think you got to worry. Full moon, how does the family I'm thinking of currently think and feel about me? They may think that you're very smart. They may think that you're very book smart, but also very street smart. They also could think that you're a kind person, you're loving and caring, but that you're not someone that they would want to cross or get on your bad side. I think for the most part, they think that you have a lot of potential and that you'll be very successful. Empress, Adam's current feelings and thoughts towards me. Adam may think that you're a very kind and sincere person, thinks that you're highly intelligent, you have a lot of potential. They also may have some indecision around the situation, or they could be feeling unsure. You may need to have patience with this person. Lola, what's happening for me in the next 3 months? What's happening for me in the next 3 months? Got success coming in around a business endeavor or a money opportunity. Looks like you have a water sign that comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may run into an old friend or reconnect with an old friend from the past. Negativity moves into the past. Communication picks up with someone that you've been hoping to hear from. Could be the old friend from the past. Slow and steady wins the race, especially around finances or money, but things are improving around you financially in the next 3 months. You also may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Miss Ilario, is the Gemini seeing another love interest? I don't think there's anyone else around him right now. Not of significance, no. Not right now. Mihak, I did. Cinnamon, Lola. Pompey, love for the next 48 hours. Love for the next 48 hours. You might be feeling like it's kind of slow and stagnant. You might be thinking a lot about things, but not seeing all that much move forward. Watch out for a little deceit around the love situation. Next 24 hours or 48 hours don't look like much of anything good's happening. It's kind of stale and stagnant right now. Vicky, general for next week. I didn't do that yet, right? General for next week. Well, the feeling of like negativity or crying over spilt milk is moving into the past for next week. You know, like you may just be feeling so much better. Like this moves into the past and you're prepared for things to move forward. You've got here some good luck coming in. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan may make you feel relief, or putting money aside for something. Looks like you've got, that fire sign is still around, Sagittarius. Anyhow, and communication may come in. So let's see what happens with that. This whole thing may blow into the past pretty quickly. It looks like you're no longer feeling burdened or weighed down, but you may be feeling like things are finally starting to move forward, or at least the energy around you is lighter. Sagittarius is here next week. You also could have a Leo that comes in. Now, wouldn't that be great? If there's not a Leo around you right now, if a Leo comes in, this is what you say to that other guy. Let's see what happens, because this whole thing could change by next week. And that would be beautiful. R. Davis, how does he feel about the breakup? Well, he's got mixed emotions. So maybe feeling here a little bit heartbroken or disappointed, but also could feel like it's divine timing and that it's either time for things to move forward or it's time to let go of the situation. They've got dual feelings right now. On one hand, they feel like they're hurt and disappointed, but on the other hand, they feel like like this is the best thing for everyone. There is light dancing behind me. Are you kidding? Because if there's paranormal activity in here, we have plenty of people here that need some help. If something here is listening to us, I don't see it, but it's at. Let me try to remember the time. Anyhow, if we got energy here that could be listening to us and helping us out here with some of these situations, fix a couple of wagons. Let me go back up to the top. Akanksha, does he not miss me romantically? No contact. I just want to move on. I'm done with the wait, but I can't seem to. That's because you're in the waiting, right? So it's like when you're waiting for something to happen, it doesn't happen. It's like so fucking cruel the way this shit works. It's like the more, when you're waiting for something to happen, it doesn't happen. When you forget about it and you move forward with your life, that's when it happens. So the best thing that you can do to get your life moving forward is to move forward, which is why like the fucking going on those dating sites is a good thing because it keeps the energy flowing. If you're focused on somebody else, you're not focused on why the phone isn't ringing. Like you can only really be focusing your energy on one thing at a time. So I would say to you, if you feel like you're having a hard time and you're stuck and you just can't stop thinking about someone, like that's the worst because that keeps the energy stuck. You can't move forward, but it's not bringing the person back either because you're kind of stuck in this in-between place. Best thing to do is to find something else to focus on. Best thing to do is to go out with somebody else. But if you just, that's not happening for you for whatever reason, find a hobby that you can sink your teeth into that you need to concentrate on. So something that takes brain power. Whenever he pops into your mind and you can't disconnect, you go do your hobby. Something that you need to focus on, like it can't be like I love to go out for a run, but I can run and my mind can be all over the place. You have to be doing something that takes your mind off of it, and you have to go to that hobby every time this person pops in so that you're constantly cutting the energy from the situation, like learning a foreign language or learning how to play a new instrument or learning how to read music. Like you can't focus on learning how to read music and be stuck thinking about somebody else at the same time. You just can't do both. So that would be my suggestion if you feel like you're stuck. Because if there's no contact, the more you focus on it and the more you wait for it, the less chance that you're going to get that this person's going to call. I mean, it can happen. It's not impossible, but it's very heavy, stagnant energy. You know, it's like running through like oatmeal. It's like you can't get the energy moving. But as soon as you get busy doing something else, or if you start dating somebody else tomorrow, you better believe that he's going to feel that energy shift. And then that's when you'll hear from him. So I would try finding something that you can really sink your teeth into. I mean, as far as him not missing you, like people ask that question all the time. Does he miss me and does he think about me? The answer most of the time is going to be yes, because you can't wipe somebody out of your past. There may be people that we wish we could, but even in situations where we wish we never met the son of a bitch, there were still good times, right? So those times we're still going to be reminded of because that's how the brain works. You know, it's like a song comes on, oh, we were driving in the car to the shore when we were singing that song. Like you can't not think of them because they're in your past. You know, it's like you can't not know it once you already know something. You can't unsee it once you've seen it. And the missing part, feelings fluctuate, right? So sometimes this person misses the good times. Sometimes the person is grateful that you're not together because they don't want to be together anymore. They feel like the relationship has run its course. It's like feelings are fluid. So, and they're constantly changing. You get someone that's in a bad mood for whatever reason, has nothing to do with you, and all of a sudden they bite your head off. That has nothing to do with you. It's the mood that they're in, right? But then the next day, they don't treat you like that. How come? Why? It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. That's the way the feelings and the emotions are around somebody missing you, or somebody not calling, or somebody thinking about you. You can't forget about someone who you've known. It's impossible to remove them from your mind. So yeah, they will think about you and they will miss you from time to time. But if you need to move forward with your life, you need to do what you need to do for yourself and not sit around and wait for this. Because especially if someone's ended things. Like, that's the thing. Like, people will say, well, I'm waiting for my ex to call. Well, he ended things, so his intentions are to not call because he's no longer in the relationship. But for some reason, sometimes there's a disconnect. We don't I don't know, we don't hear it. Like, we still think that there's more coming. Sarah, general career for the rest of the year. Got a new career opportunity. You got the magician, the ability to manifest that, and you're stepping into your own strength. A wish should come true. No longer feeling stuck or held back, but feeling like your career is moving forward. Anxiety around work or career is moving into the past, and success is coming in. Things look pretty good. Harsha, how will my next relationship be? Next relationship should be a long-term relationship that's it's like starting a new journey that's very fun and spontaneous, but it's based on mutual respect, and you get out of it what you put into it. Looks like a great high-functioning relationship. It looks like it may be here with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Maggie, love for the week. Maybe feeling a little bit weak around love connections this week, or you may feel like a little stuck at the beginning of the week, but then as we get towards the center of the week, or the middle to the end of the week, you may feel as if things are starting to move forward, and you're prepared for that. You got communication coming in, possibly with a Capricorn, and it looks like, yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. It looks like it's a little stagnant early this week. Maybe Monday and Tuesday, but by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, things are starting to move forward. Anthony, any questions? Any messages to me from the Cancer? Any questions from the Cancer? I mean, any messages from the Cancer? Yeah, same thing. Still feeling stuck. Still feeling a little bit burdened. Maybe focused on trying to start a business or put together an idea for a business or a business plan, but she's still feeling kind of stuck, kind of stagnant. And she may want to tell you at some point that she's sorry for the way that she's treated you. I know that she didn't treat you so well in the past. I can't remember what happened between the two of you. I don't know if you ever told me, but she may feel sorry at some point that she was such an ass to you. Kalia, general. Weight of the world is slipping off your shoulders this week when a wish comes true. You may be spending time working on a creative project of some sort. It looks like the love cup here is full if you're not with anyone right now. You could have a Sagittarius that comes in. You also have some romance heating up, possibly an earth sign as well, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. Perseverance around that endeavor will pay off. Stepping into your strength and your self-confidence helps to push your life forward this week. Red, how does rain feel about me? Rain seems to think that you're incredibly strong and independent, kind-hearted and sincere, and has a lot of respect for you. They may also think that you're very well balanced, very fair. I don't know who this person is, but the situation between you and them may change for the better quickly with that card. They think that you're compassionate, sincere, stable, attractive. They really think that you're very strong and independent. That comes up first. Georgia, does the Virgo think about a future with me? I don't think he really focuses too much on the future. No, I think he's more of like in the present, like what's happening now. I don't think he gets too far ahead of himself. Not at this point anyways. Empress, how did Vilma think or feel about seeing different women on the Insta story? He didn't feel the need to hide, and because they've only seen her once. I did this one already. I said that she definitely took notice of the other women. I don't think that she was mad about it, because I think somebody may have talked her down from the ledge. I think initially she felt like, who is this, or what's going on? And, you know, like I always say, it's like social media is like, you know, he didn't feel the need to hide it, right? Which I get it, because they're not exclusive. But yet you're still putting it out there and letting her know it, right? So it's like, and, you know, like women automatically go to, who is she? Who are they? Or they're prettier than me. Does he like her more? Creates a lot of chaos. So what are his intentions by doing that? Like, what are your intentions? You don't feel like you have to hide something, but your intentions are to put it out there because you know she's going to see it. So you can't cultivate a healthy relationship when you're doing unhealthy things. So, I mean, I fucking hate social media so much. And I know that people, like, that's their lives and they refuse to get off of it. But you're not going to cultivate a healthy relationship if you're playing games and you're relying on social media to do so. So if he wants to cultivate a healthy relationship with Vilma, I wouldn't post pictures with other women. It's not to say that he can't be out with other women, but it's sort of putting it in her face. You know, which is fine if you don't care about her. But I would feel some type of way if I was dating somebody and I was going on their social media and seeing them out with other women. I mean, I wouldn't go on their social media because I don't want to get involved in that kind of shit, because I feel like it's only a downward spiral. But, you know, the question really is for him as to why he, like, what are his intentions? Because he obviously knew that she was going to see it. And I'm going to go back to the original thing. You're not going to cultivate a healthy relationship with anyone when you're playing games, or when you're, you know, you're operating from those kind of vibes. So he's got to think about what are his reasons. I understand he didn't feel he had to hide it, but did he put it up there because he wanted her to see it? Obviously, because he's asking about what she thought of it. I mean, how would he feel? Like, think about that. How would I feel if I saw that? I would, yeah, I know we're not committed, but you're putting it in my face. That's how I would feel. I think that somebody may have talked her down from the ledge, though. I think she may have been very upset about it, and she may have said something to someone, and that person may have been like, well, you don't know who these people are, you don't know who she is, or, you know, she may not be important, because it's the truth. When people do stupid shit, and, like, people, I don't know what the fuck. It's like people feel like if I piss her off, well, then that must mean that she really likes me, right? Or if I do this, then they think that. Or I'm going to show her this, or him, or whatever. But it's negative, right? So the more negativity that you're feeding into a relationship, you're going to keep cultivating more negativity. You're not going to cultivate a positivity by feeding negative. So I don't know why people are always doing that. Like, I'm going to tell him this, so I want him to think that. Or if I do this, then that's not going to happen because, you know, he's going to think this. Like, you don't really know what goes through someone's head. And when you're watching things, you're drawing conclusions and writing stories that you don't know are true. And most likely aren't. So, anyhow. Anonymous. Should I also take into consideration that our relationship first time, I was nowhere near innocent. Either we broke up because of that, but he doesn't hold that against me. Yeah, I mean, look, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. You know, neither one of you, if neither one of you were innocent and you both did shitty things in the past and you both broke up for whatever the reasons are, the relationship takes a lot of work. You know, but then you have to also ask yourself, why was I doing those things? Like, where, why weren't you so committed to the situation at the time when things were good? And then what made you change? Like, is this a situation where you're truly in love with this man, or do you only want him when you can't have him, which is then operating from an ego thing? It's like, I want you back when I can't have you, but once I get you back, I don't really want you. But when I think that you may be with somebody else, I don't want that either, so I'm going to get you back, which is all operating from ego. So there are a lot of questions that you have to ask yourself that don't, like, it's for you, not for him. It's like, and you might have to hold yourself back and figure out what's going on. Like, what is it that made you no angel in the relationship in the first place? What were your desires? Like, or what was going on at that time? Because I see a lot of, and it's usually women, that they're so in love with the guy until they get him. When they get him, they don't want him, then they want this other guy. And then if they get that other guy, then if they're trying to get the first guy back. And it's like, it's ego. It's not that they're in love with that person. It's like, I'm going to get them because I want them to be mine, because I'm only really attracted to them when they're not paying me any attention. So you have a lot of questions that you really have to ask yourself. At what point did you decide that your feelings for him changed? Did they really change, or did he get busy doing something else and you didn't like that? And then that's a whole other thing. Because the last thing that you want to do is put yourself in a situation that's going to extend misery. Or it's going to be a situation that's the battle of the egos, back and forth, up and down. It becomes a toxic cycle that gets nowhere but prolongs your life in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, it holds your life up. Because if you're not operating from a place where I actually want to be with you because I'm truly in love with you, rather than I want to be with you because I don't want you to be with anyone else, like that, there's a difference. And there's a lot of questions that you have to figure out for yourself. What was really going on with you when you weren't being an angel? What was it that he was doing? And where are we going to go from here? We both have to be working on this relationship. We both have to forgive ourselves and each other. Leave the past in the past, but not repeat it. You know, so it's like the two of you both have a lot of soul searching to do as to what you're going to do with this relationship. See, what I don't like about him is that his attitude is kind of like, just forget about it. We're good now. And that's not true. You can't just forget about it, because there's a lot that's gone on here. But yeah, I would take into consideration your role in it, because you were part of it just as much as he was. Two wrongs don't make a right, but, you know, that's what happened. And now we have to deal with the consequences. Yeah, he doesn't hold it against you, but I don't like that he's totally like forgetting about it either. Anyhow, um, Mark, read my cards. Just general. Did you see what's going on here, general? Well, you got some money coming in, so that's nice. You may be feeling like your perseverance around a work or business endeavor is starting to pay off, or you're starting to see it pay off. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. It looks like you could have a new business opportunity or a new idea for a business, or that may be part of the first thing. The business opportunities paying off. Slow and steady wins the race as you move through the rest of this year. As far as love is concerned, it looks like you may have choices that come in. If you've recently let go of something or someone that was no longer serving you, that should serve you well. It looks like a wish comes true. Next relationship that comes in, or if you're rekindling a relationship, whatever it is, there's a new beginning on the horizon. Six of Pentacles, it should function really well. You'll get out of it what you put into it. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Success comes in. There may be opportunity to travel to water, by water, or around water at some point before the end of the year. And a Capricorn comes in that could be of significance. Listen to your intuition. You got money coming in. 10 of Pentacles. Libra, what's Evan's feelings when it comes to me? Not thoughts, but feelings. Well, he feels a little disconnected right now. It seems like either he's moved forward with his life. He's got a third party here. There's someone else here. That's sort of where he's at right now. He may feel as if you're a nice person, or that you and him may have had a good relationship in the past, or whatever your connection was. But it seems as if he's moved forward with his life and he's disconnected right now. Anthony, I think her family has a store in their town and sells different things. I wonder how she feels about my energy. I think that she feels like you have good energy. Empress energy is good. Loving, kind, sincere, successful, prosperity, abundant. A cheat. Why do I feel like sometimes they're intimidated by me? Because they probably are. Yeah, because they probably are. And not always. It's not all the time that they're intimidated. It may only be when they're feeling down on themselves or bad about themselves. Spiritually beautiful. Is Evelyn a divine feminine? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I mean, isn't that like a twin flame? And isn't everybody a divine feminine or a divine masculine? I can't get into those kind of things because, no, it's like we all are, right? Aren't we all supposed to have a twin flame? I don't know what it is. I thought that the divine feminine was the other half of the divine masculine, which was just another way of saying twin flame, which would mean that yes, she is, because we all are. But you know how I feel about that nonsense. Abhishka, Abhishek Malhotra. How did he feel about me not coming? Somewhat disappointed and maybe even a little bit anxious. Divine, how will my second dose of the vaccine go? I think it's going to go well. I think you should be fine. Is there anybody here I have an answer for? Spiritually beautiful is he attracted to Evelyn? Yeah, but I mean, he's a guy and he's probably attracted to most women that he knows. He told her no, he wasn't attracted to her. I think he's lying. But what difference does it make? I mean, like, men are find women attractive. What's the big deal? Anthony, I mean, you mentioned that she still may feel her energy, so I just wonder why. Yeah, well, see, you feel someone's energy and you don't know that you're feeling it, right? It's like, I mean, it happens in platonic relationships too. Like, all right, years ago, my brother had this friend, and he was like part of the group that we hung out with, and we liked him. There was, sometimes like he was one of those people that he always did everything better than everyone else, so we used to make fun of him, but whatever. I mean, we liked him. But at some point, he crossed the line, or maybe we didn't notice that he was always like this, where you couldn't do anything without him. Like if I was going out with somebody else, like he had to come. And if we didn't include him one night, he would like show up. Like he would showed up at my friend's house, at her mom's house at like midnight looking for us one night, like totally crazy. And then there was like a weird situation that happened where, I don't know, the weather was bad and my mother didn't want us out. So we stayed home and I don't know, he started banging on the front door. I don't remember. It was some kind of craziness. And after that, he fucked off and we never heard from him again. And for a long time, we kind of were like not afraid of him, but we sensed his energy, right? Like we kind of felt like he could show up at any moment. And we kind of tried to make ourselves scarce because we didn't want to run into him. Because, I don't know, he just started to get really weird and possessive of us. Of all of us, not just one of us. Like, it was like me, my brother, my friends that hung out every night. This was like when we were in our early 20s. It was a long time ago. But at a certain point, the energy changed, right? So so there must have been a moment in time for him that corresponded to the way that we were feeling, even though it wasn't conscious. Like we weren't really thinking hard about him. Like we were trying to avoid him because he was acting kind of crazy. Like there's no reason why I can't go over to my friend's house and watch a movie or whatever without him there. Like it's just like weirdness, right? So we tried to avoid him for a while, but then at some point it just shifted where we weren't hiding from him anymore and we didn't think he was going to show up and he was just sort of gone, right? And then once he was gone, like I never had any animosity towards him. I need to have my space. I don't need someone up my ass. Like don't show up here unannounced. I don't like that. But I was never like it's not like I hated him or anything like that. And like years later, I had run into him in the grocery store, and he was okay. Like he asked me how I was. He asked me how my brother was. It was a fine conversation, and I don't know. It's like the energy had just shifted. It was just different. Like he didn't care anymore, and neither did we. Although he still held a grudge because this was a long time ago, and I friended him on Facebook, and he wouldn't accept me. Can't remember if he accepted my brother. I think he did, but he wouldn't accept me. And then my other friend was like, why would you friend him? Like, you don't want to invite that back. But I was like, well, we're over it now. Like it's been so many years. but the energy shifted. Like when the energy shifts, you don't feel like that person is there anymore. And it's not always like a conscious thing, you know. And it's not like you wake up on March 1st and you're like, oh damn, he's gone, that's it, it's over, you know, like the clouds lifted. It's not like that. It's just like things have shifted. I don't know. And it happens in platonic relationships. It happens in love relationships as well. Um, is there anyone here that I haven't answered for? A broken heart. What did he think I did? Why does he think I did what I did? Why does he think that he did what I did? I don't know what you did, but he may think that you weren't holding yourself back, and it may have had something to do with you being hurt, or being being hurt. You did what you did because you were hurt, or you were afraid of being hurt, or something. It had something to do with the wound. Arathi, what's coming up for me? Well, you got a committed relationship on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, one comes in. If you are with someone right now, things look good. Things should change for the better for you quickly. You're being guided by the divine. It also looks like anxiety or this kind of bullshit is moving into the past. You may be feeling a little bit of good karma coming back to you, and you might be making a decision to move forward, like for your life to move forward, or you're turning a corner in your own like personal growth. Mel, general for this week. General for this week. You may be investing a lot of time in the new business thing. It looks like you got a new journey on the horizon, but you are more than prepared for it. It also looks like you could have a new soulmate connection that could come in. Maybe a Taurus. If it's not a Taurus, it could be there's long-term potential around the new connection. It also looks like you've got perseverance that pays off, and you got money coming in. Not bad. How to mend a broken heart. That's not an easy one. I mean, there's a couple of things that you can do that are pretty easy for the broken heart. First of all, get rid of everything and anything that it's related to that person, because that'll help, you know, that will help like not trigger memories. You know what I mean? Like if drinking this seltzer reminds me of the person, get rid of this seltzer, go find something else. Pictures, whatever it is. And you don't have to throw it out, but you can put it in a box, put it somewhere where it's out of sight, out of mind, and then similar to the person that's waiting around that I said before, find a hobby that you can sink your teeth into. Something that takes a lot of brain power, that takes your mind off of it. Because the more time you spend away from thinking about it, the further away you get, the easier it'll be to repair. Because when you spend time away, you don't want to go back. right? Like everybody has that moment in time where they're hoping that things, oh, well, maybe he'll come back, or maybe things will change, or maybe, you know, maybe this time, right? But if you take time away, like that's why I say sometimes with these questions, well, is he going to call? Sometimes the worst thing in the world that can happen is that he calls, because now we just restart the whole thing again. If he doesn't call, you'll move past it. You know, you just got to get busy doing other things. Find something that really takes brain power, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like you don't have to go anywhere. Like you could do, I mean, like these days everything is done on Zoom. Music lessons, art lessons, something that really takes your mind off of it and puts you somewhere else. Big Cleo, does Y have romantic feelings for me? I think he does. Yeah. Big Cleo, is Y interested in me or other girls? I think he's got a couple of options around him right now. Yeah, he's like kind of putting it out there. Julie, general for the next 4 weeks. You may be letting a disappointment move into the past, and you could be moving forward towards greener pastures. You may be stepping into your own strength, your own self-confidence. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down around business. Get a new journey on the horizon, a new business opportunity comes in, and you're feeling prepared for it. It also looks as if your perseverance pays off. Mahalia, hope you're doing well too. Thank you. General reading for the week, sure. Okay, this week you've got something that happens that makes you very happy. It could be around love, because you've got here the love cup full. It also looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You got some good karma coming back to you. You may be focused on a new business endeavor, or you may have a new idea for a side business or a side hustle. Anxiety moves into the past, and a new journey is on the horizon. Feeling successful, a Capricorn comes in. Romance may be heating up this week. If you're with someone, great. If not, it could be that, who was it that I said? Capricorn? Capricorn. You also have a Scorpio. Growth, change, and transformations coming in and around your life, and you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Looks like a good week. Hierophant, Indy's current energy towards me. Pretty good. Mutual respect and the Magician. The ability to manifest new opportunities. That's pretty good energy. Mel, you can close. Thanks. Yeah. Big Cleo, well, why ask me to be his girlfriend by the end of this year? You got plenty of potential there. You got a 70% chance, yes, the relationship moves forward. Yeah. Mark. I've just been through some really bad situations and learned a lot. John, is the Taurus with another guy, relationship or sex? I don't think either. No, I don't think with either. Julie, what's going on with C and I for the next 6 weeks? You may find it to be a little bit up and down. A new journey starts. He's not holding himself back, but then you may need to have patience with him because he pulls his energy back again. Then you may feel like things have gone out of balance. And then you might have some choices that come in. And you may make a decision to move forward in a different direction. He may make you feel like you may be feeling weighed down by the situation at some point, and then it turns around again. It's going to be somewhat of a roller coaster for you and him. I think it's probably going to be similar to the way it has been, but it may be more so. Like it may be he spends more time with you, and then he pulls his energy back more, and then he comes back more, and then he pulls his energy back more. Did I do all the super chats? I think I did, right? Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you. All right, guys, that's it for me then tonight. I will be back on tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I think I'm going to be home tomorrow. But one never knows what could happen. I think the weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow, but I don't know. Anyhow, I will be on at some point tomorrow. Hopefully, like in the afternoon, and then again at night. But we'll see how the day goes. Maybe I'll be on it in the morning. If she sleeps late, I'll be on in the morning. So thank you all very, very much for being here tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, and have a nice day tomorrow. Bye-bye.